Why do intelligent people make stupid decisions about food? Have you ever wondered about that? Most of the people that I speak to who suffer from a large body, I like calling it that rather than overweight or obesity, people who feel that the way that they're eating has damaged their health and well being, be it physical health or mental health or both, most of them will tell me that what bothers them more than anything, more than their fear about, what they're doing to themselves, more than their external, the way they look, or their clothes size, what bothers them most is that feeling that they can't control what they eat. My name is Sippy Livni. I'm a nurse and a certified food addiction counselor. And I want to tell you that actually, the many, many instances and in many ways that our brain works, intelligence has absolutely nothing to do with the decisions we make about food. That's one of the big problems about what and how we eat today. As a matter of fact, I have come out now with a new lecture, which is meant mostly for workplaces, people at work, because if you want to know the truth, so many of the people who come to my program tell me that one of the hardest places for them to make intelligent or wise decisions about what they eat is where they go to work, in the office, in the teacher's room. That's the places where it's like really hardest for them to eat in a healthy way, and with one of the places that it most stimulates them to like addictive eating. So I've decided to come out with a talk that I give to in workplaces about why intelligent people make stupid decisions about food. And it has nothing to do with calories in or calories out. It has nothing to do with how much people know about healthy living. There's so many people. Most of my clients are people who are extremely intelligent, who show very many abilities about, in other places in their lives, they are so accomplished at work, at home, with artistic things. They're such accomplished people. And most of them tell me that they know a huge amount about nutrition. Some of them have studied nutrition. I've had clients who are naturopaths, but yet they can't seem to control what they put in their mouths. And that's probably the thing that they suffer from most when it comes to this thing. So this lecture talks about why this is, I call it the million calorie question, right? Why is it that people who know a lot about nutrition, know a lot about health, I can tell you I was like that. When I was like deep in my food addiction, I was 15 kilos, more than I weigh today. I knew the caloric content of every single chocolate bar and Doritos bags and God knows what that I put into my mouth, and I just couldn't stop. And I couldn't understand why. And this lecture that I have come out with explains the way our brain works, and also the way not just how much food we eat or what the caloric content of what we eat affects our decisions, but also what is being done to our food and our food environment in general, and a lot of forces or powers that are playing on us that have absolutely nothing to do with calories in and calories out, or like eating less and moving more. So if you'd like to hear about that lecture, please just leave a comment here, say like me, or I'd like to, then I'll contact you directly and you can hear about it. I give it over Zoom and face to face. So, and I would be very happy to do it for a group of people or maybe in your workplace. And this can be done remotely today. It's so wonderful. It's one of the good things maybe that came out of the COVID crisis is that now we can be in contact and also get knowledge from people all over the world, and it doesn't matter where they live. So if you'd like that, please contact me. Another thing I'd like to talk about today on my weekly live at 2 p.m. every single week, you're most invited to join me. And please like this video if you like the content, and you can share it with your friends. And if you're watching it on my YouTube channel, well, then please subscribe to my YouTube channel and press that notification button so that you can get notified every time a new video comes out, especially if you want to hear my weekly tip on why a sugar detox is a good idea. Not everybody needs to completely abstain from sugar for their whole lives. That's usually something that I would recommend for people who are truly addicted to sugary, starchy, hyperprocessed foods, what I call SSH. But there's a lot of people who just are not eating well. We call them harmful users, right? They're just not the same way you have some people who are really alcoholics, but some people who just are drinking too much. And maybe it would be a good idea to like reset the system with a sugar detox, with stop drinking for a month. And I say it's the exact same thing with sugar. There's a lot of people who just like a 30-day sugar detox is enough to reset the system. And why is it such a good idea to do a sugar detox? Well, the truth is that when you take out or limit very significantly the amount of added sugar that you eat or the sugar equivalents in your food, then it's a really easy way to lose weight without without being hungry, without starving yourself. There are so many people who tell me, even anecdotally, like just people say, I was addicted to Coke. I stopped drinking Coke. I didn't change anything else, but I stopped drinking those 1.5 or 2 liters of Coke a day, and I lost 10 kilo over a year. And that's exactly what it is. First of all, it's important to know, and people are talking about today, this research has shown that sugar is the most fattening ingredient in our food today. Calorie versus calorie. Sugar is more fattening than fat. Okay? The truth is, in today's foods, most of what is making us fat is the sugar and not the fat. So if you really want to lose weight gradually, not like all at once, anybody who wants to lose 10 kilos in 10 weeks, well, starve yourself and you'll do it. Probably you'll gain it back very soon once you're done with that diet, and you might even gain it back with some interest. That's just no. But if you want to lose weight in a healthy way, gradually, slowly, without feeling starving all the time and without feeling deprived like all the time, then the best way to do it is just to eat well, eat really well, eat a lot, but lower the sugar content in your food. Now that would be added sugars, where added sugars would be also added sugars like table sugar, date honey, maple syrup, agave, I don't know how to say it, in agave syrup, all those added sugars. It's very important to learn the names of sugars so that you can know when they're really adding it to your food, whether it be especially when you're buying foods in the supermarket. But you have to know also, like if you go to a wedding or you're eating catered food and you see that it's like swimming in this like sweet chili sauce, then it means that that's sweet, or if you have chicken and there's pineapples in it, then that is probably a kind of chicken that you would want to stay away from because it has a lot of added sugar in the syrup. All the bought syrups are very, very sugary. But there's also other sugars to be taken into account that their taste is not sweet. And that's flours, white flours, and starches like rice flour, potato flour, cornstarch. All these starches are actually added sugars. We have to take into consideration that they're added sugars. So once you're off the white powders, what I call, or what's called a natural sugar, whether it comes from bees or a maple tree or I don't know what, or from dates, it doesn't really matter. Sugar is sugar is sugar. And once you've added it to the food, our body is ingesting more sugar. Our body doesn't really know what to do with it. And what it does with part of it, at least, is it makes fat. That's how it stores the extra sugar that it doesn't know what to do with it. Part of that fat is stored in the liver or is around our internal organs and can cause metabolic disease. And some of it goes to the places where we don't like the way we look in the mirror with it. So if you really want to lose weight in a gradual, natural, easy way, the best way is to do a sugar detox. And once you've done that, you've like reset your system. Well, first of all, there's 2 things can happen. Either one of them, you'll reset your system and then you're able to be much more aware of the amount of sugar that you eat afterwards and keep limiting it in a healthy way so that you can really keep losing weight. Or the other thing is you may realize by doing a sugar detox that you are really addicted to sugar, like an alcoholic is addicted to alcohol. If that's the case, then that 30-day sugar detox is a great introduction to living a sugar-free life, which for that, it would probably be best to do it with a professional program like GPS to Sugar Free, but there's tons of stuff out there. So find the one that's good for you. But I think that really especially in today's environment that is so saturated with added sugars and it's so incipient in our foods and insidious in our foods, that I would say that everybody today should do a sugar detox. And it definitely helps with your health. Last tip we talked about was the metabolic health, but it also is really a very comfortable way to lose weight without starving yourself and feeling hungry all the time. So if you want to lose weight, try a 30-day sugar detox. Eat well, eat a lot, eat real food, and watch those added sugars and starches and hyperprocessed foods. 1 month, reset your system, find out how great it feels just to be sugar free. And if you have done that ever, well, I would love for you to share in the comments what being sugar free or doing a sugar detox has done for you. So like this video and subscribe to my channel if you're watching this on YouTube. And I will see you next week at 2 o'clock for the next tip, why it's a good idea to do a sugar detox. Bye-bye.